Hey friend, welcome to the Self-Care Isn't Selfish podcast. I'm your host, Emily Nichols. I'm a self-care coach who is on a mission to help you get your body and mind fit through simple and sustainable self-care habits. And I get it. I'm a busy working boy mom who used to feel like a hot mess all the time until I found a solution, my own self-care routine. And friend, I want that for you too. Join us each week to hear attainable self-care tips for all areas of your life from my amazing guests or Quickie episodes with me, sharing my own experiences and professional wellness knowledge. After each episode, you'll leave with an action plan to start making self-care a priority in your life and get your body and mind fit. So grab a cup of coffee, glass of wine, or your favorite sparkling water, and let's do this. You're listening to episode 83 of the Self-Care Isn't Selfish podcast. Hey friends, I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day yesterday and felt showered with love and all the things, even though I feel like it's kind of a made-up holiday, but whatever. It's nice to have an extra day dedicated to love. We could all use it for sure. And, I still get my kids little Valentine's Day gifts. I have two boys. One, my oldest Dylan, he's almost 13. Oh my gosh, like an official teenager next month, actually. And my youngest Tyler is 9. And I get them little things, which is really hard to shop for at that age too, especially with boys. But, it's nice just to show your love and appreciation for others on Valentine's Day. But with this Quickie tip, I wanted to take a different approach to love and talk about 5 tips to show yourself love, during this Valentine's Day season, week, or whatever you call it. I did a deeper dive into what self-love means and how you can't have self-care without self-love in episode number 29, if you want to go back and listen to that. But really, the Webster's Dictionary definition of self-love is having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. That sounds really pleasant and nice, right? So why don't we show ourselves more love, hold ourselves more in a high regard, and like it says, just our own well-being and happiness. That's all anybody really wants. But we're too busy taking care of everyone else to really slow down and show ourselves love. And this is not one of those things where it feels like it should. I'm not shoulding you. I feel like that's been brought up on this show a lot and something I keep thinking about in my head. I'm not shoulding you, like you should do this or do that. But I am going to share 5 tips, like I said, just to show yourself some love this Valentine's Day. It all really comes down to mindset and really taking care of yourself from the inside out. So let's get into these 5 tips. Number 1, I'm getting right into it. Enjoy food guilt-free. Okay. During any holiday or any time of the year, I really wanted to get chocolate covered strawberries for myself and for the kids and have a really fun dinner at home or go out to dinner with my husband. And I enjoyed that guilt-free. I think we get so caught up in giving ourselves a hard time for like eating bad, which I talk about this so much in my Whole30 course. Food has no morality. It's not good or bad. So stop feeling guilty for eating things. If you go through a Whole30 with me, you learn about food freedom and what food freedom means to you personally, because it's different for everybody. But what foods agree with you or don't mentally or physically. And I know I could have had some repercussions from some of the things I ate this weekend, but I did it guilt-free because I enjoyed the experience. So any holiday or any other time, enjoy food guilt-free. That's a major way to show yourself love. Number 2, do something you truly love because you want to, not because you feel like you should. One of my favorite things to do, not because I feel like I should, but because it's the one self-care activity that lights me up and makes me feel so good in so many different ways, and that is just working out. And it could be like one of my soulmate workouts, like a really, really tough, like insanity workout or an Orange Theory workout, or it could just be walking outside. It could just be moving my body and stretching. But that could look different to you. So what is something you truly love? It's so simple, but are you making time to do something that you truly, truly love? And it doesn't have to be big. Doesn't have to be crazy big or anything. It could be something really tiny and small. So do something that you you personally truly love, not your kids, not your husband, not anyone else. Do something for you that you truly love because you want to. Okay? Number 3, forgive yourself for any mistakes. Y'all, we're human. We are gonna make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. All the time. Like, thank goodness for autocorrect. I'm terrible at spelling. The N key on keyboard on my keyboard keeps getting stuck. I'm having a hard time with this, obviously, right now. But forgive yourself for any mistakes that you make in your life. You know, maybe you yelled at your kids and lost your patience with them today. Maybe you are giving yourself a hard time because you just can't seem to get caught up in the laundry because you just dislike it so much. Or maybe that's just me. But forgive yourself. Give yourself a little grace for any mistakes you make. Or sometimes they're not even mistakes, you know? Just forgive yourself. Give yourself a little grace and don't dwell on it. Just move on. You would be quick to forgive a friend who makes a mistake, wouldn't you? So you need to extend yourself the same grace. Number 4, stop comparing yourself and worrying about what others think of you. Let me let you in on a little secret here, okay? Guess what everyone's favorite subject matter is? Are you ready? Themselves. Everyone's favorite subject matter is themselves, okay? In all honesty, it's really, really true. People love to give their opinions, talk about what their kids are doing, talking about, you know, inserting their similar experiences into a story you're telling them, which is all great. But I bring this up because sometimes we get so caught up in comparing ourselves to others and worrying about what others think of you, when really, they don't care. You know, everyone's caught up in their own lives and their own situations. Yeah, they may be, you know, taking note of, oh, wow, you're doing this or you're doing that. Or, you know, this person just, you know, exudes this type of energy, which is great. But they're not thinking about you 24/7. So stop comparing yourself and worrying about what others think about you 24/7 because they're not worried about you either. And we don't got time for that. No. Not as busy working moms. Time is our most precious commodity. So stop that. And then number 5, this is a great one. Spend some time in prayer, journaling, just listening and being silent. And just see what comes out of you. See what you hear. See what just flows out of you. We don't take the time to do that a lot of times, do we? We aren't sitting there we're giving away our thoughts to everyone else. You know, we're constantly worried about our schedules and what the kids are doing. What are you going to make for dinner? Where are you going to run the kids here? Oh, did they get their homework done? And oh, did they get their Valentines in on time? And this and this and this and this. It's nice to have some silence and just be with yourself. So, you know, you can actually schedule this, you know, do it first thing in the morning, maybe before your kids get up, have that hot cup of coffee. That is like amazing. You know, you all heard about last week on the show when I talked about like my coffee making ritual, and it's like a spiritual experience for me. Like it truly, truly is. It's sacred time for me. But spend some time in prayer, journaling, and just listen and see what comes out of you. Okay, you may just need to get some thoughts out. Sometimes just getting that stuff out, like I say a lot of times, makes you feel a little lighter and so much better. You might make some room to hear some messages from God as well, which I think is really great. So gang, like I said, you can go back and listen to episode 29. I dig in a lot deeper into why you can't have self-care without self-love. But again, self-love is just having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. It's such a simple definition, but I know it's not that simple and it's really hard to do. But I hope these 5 tips today help you show yourself a little bit more love this Valentine's Day week season and all weeks of the year, really, because you deserve to show yourself a little love because you're so busy pouring into everyone else. You deserve it. Okay, so go forth. Love yourself. Make sure to give me a follow over on Instagram at EmilyNichols22. We'll continue the conversation over there. And you can join my free Facebook group as well. Every Thursday, I post an action worksheet based on the subject matter of the podcast each week to help you take action. And I have all of the worksheets saved in the unit section there. So you're able to go back, take a look at all of those and see what speaks to you. You know, right now, maybe this wouldn't speak to you, but in a couple of weeks, you're like, yeah, this is really great timing for me. And a lot of the other worksheets that I posted there as well. So gang, I'm sending you lots of love. I love you all so much. I want you to love you as well. See you next week.